Alright. Alright, this is part two of, what was it? Let's Talk Prayer, yeah. And part four of Blues Talk. Uh, so here, over there, we got a bunch of, they're not cobra chickens. I believe they are the majestic, swans, or they could be cobra chickens, actually, from this distance. But their elongated necks, the gracefulness of how they move through the waters without being dicks, disabuses me of the notion that they could be cobra chickens. In any way, let's go and move on towards the sun god Ra right there. I'll put up some picture of Tatooine, or at least how the sunrise here looked like 20 minutes ago. Skadoosh. Anyway, this is a very nice sunrise. Usually come here after my walks. It's back to like Blues Talk part, was it Quatre? Quattro. Vaffanculo. Okay, so blues talk, whatever, and let's talk prayer, part two. So the first part was basically I wanted to talk about the 8 different mantra prayers or meditations. Again, meditation prayer means the same thing. It used to mean what meditation means: self-analysis, self-introspection, going inside, looking within. And then around the 12th, 13th century, 14th century, whatever, the church basically, like, was like, fuck people, and changed prayer, which meant again meditation, self introspection, where you looked inside. Hey, little Timmy, why did you pull little Betty's hair? But it typically meant because the aspect of what this is, it's not between good and evil. Why did you do that, little Timmy? It's more like between harmony and disharmony. The goddess and the goddess of the goddess and the goddess of harmony and the goddess of disharmony. It was not the god of evil and the god of good or what have you, like the Abrahamic religions will have you think. The Abrahamic religions were basically seeded again by these Afro-Asiatic religions and traditions and spiritual traditions, and they, well, at least my traditions, did not have a concept of evil that extreme. There was just a concept of disharmony, and so with like the concept of prayer changing as a supplication or a begging towards a god through the Roman Catholic Church. Yeah, it was a huge disservice to humanity. But oh my God, a large institution being a huge disservice to humanity. In any case, the first four were the first one was a Mother Earth, or our Earth God Goddess, our Earth Goddess Mother motif, through the ways that I like saying it, or doing it, unto, ANTU. The second and third were of Bast, for the flavors, eat the world, a lot of mosquitoes around, as well as Om Shah, which means just, Om, beautiful, or to the beloved. And the fourth one was, what was the fourth one? Oh, yeah, right, I'm a Buddha, so I, Om Mani Padme Hum. I bow, or I give some note to the jewel in the lotus. The remaining four, two are of a dyad, Lord Shiva, and that's the only sort of god I meditate with, and goddess Shakti. The other two are also, I believe, Hindu in origin. In any case, when I get to it, I'll remember. Oh, there's a cute dog over there. All dogs are cute, though. So the first one is of Lord Shiva. The only two essences of masculinity that I kind of follow in a way: Lord Buddha, Lord Shiva. For Lord Shiva, it goes, and I thank my previous partner, for this one, this mantra. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. Very bad. But in any case, it goes to like what he represents, what this cosmic container God represents, which is the yin principle in essence here. Usually, the yin yang principle is seen in a sort of opposite way in certain traditions and cultures, especially today in patriarchal norms. Like yang is, fire, active, etc., and usually applied to the masculine. But here, Lord Shiva is the yin. It's the soft, the reposed, the still, the observe, the observe, the observation principle. So usually that's sort of given in some sense to the sacred feminine, but no, it can be either or, right? And here it's given to the masculine or sacred masculine principle, Lord Shiva. um, Basically the first yogi, the first teacher. I like it because, in the sense that I say Lord Shiva, I see Lord Shiva and Lord Buddha very specifically as just a man who figures something out, and Lord Shiva potentially being older than Lord Buddha, maybe 8,000 BCE, potentially the dyad statues of Shakti and Shiva. Lord Shiva were there. Goddess Shakti and Lord Shiva were there. But in any case, probably very much coming out of an actual individual called Shiva. I very much like, so sort of the dreads, the locks, everything looks like some African dude. Very much also like has a motif of being all black or so black that he's blue kind of thing. Lord Shiva. Goddess Shakti, the dyad. Goddess Shakti, Lord Shiva, basically one and the same. You think Lord Shiva, you're thinking Goddess Shakti. I practice also Kashmiri Shaivism, very beautiful. And if you practice Shaktism, Kashmiri Shaivism, effectively the same thing. One of the greatest philosophers, I'm going to butcher his name, Abhinagupta Skadoosh, one of his disciples, so so many centuries later, just passed away. Skadoosh. Um, so the God's Shakti mantra goes, crap. Oh. Okay, I got it. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Namo Namo, Pritam Bhagavati, Pritam Bhagavati, Pritam Bhagavati, Namo Namo, Kundalini Mata Shakti, Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. And like, I'll show you what it means, I guess, skadoosh. But basically, I bow to the primal power. I bow to the all-encompassing power. I bow to the all creative power at the beginning, and then I bow to the mother of all peace, if I recall. And yeah, just basically a mantra towards meditating with and reflecting on what power is. And again, here, it's the cosmic container of the sacred feminine goddess, right? So here we have power, the ultimate power, right? Rather than the conventional patriarchal power. The ultimate power in reality stems from the divine feminine, or the sacred feminine principle, let's say. The third is also connected to the other two next two are also connected to the Shakti, or the goddess, mother goddess principle within Hinduism and other Eastern religions there. But Om Aim Hrim Shrim Klim. And the other one is Om Shrim Mahalakshmi Namaha. If any one of you had thoughts that I was being disgustingly inaccurate with how I was pronouncing these mantras, you're correct. So yeah, the other two were that. So Om Aim Hrim Shrim Klim is basically, you can say it in different ways, but it encompasses, I guess, the totality aspect of the goddess. It's not only, I guess, goddess Shakti, but it is the essence of goddessness and the mother of all. And from that also comes the principle of Shakti, or power, the principle of Lord Shiva, the principle of Lakshmi, etc. And then the mantra of Lakshmi is one that is about containing materiality, or having your ideals uh, within materiality, and the mantra collapses your ideal into materiality. And a lot of people use it for, like, money, sort of like reasons. You can use it for any sort of material reason, like, hold on, I'm like thanking the sun. Thank you so much for listening. See ya.